semi-finals. Who would have expected that? But here we are, going live here. Pavel versus Spart1e, map number 1 of this semi-final. It's the second semi-final of the day. Spart1e quickly rushing towards that yellow armor, and that's going to be the railgun for him too. The very standard start there with the rail. Spots himself a Pavel in the distance. And Pavel now going to find his way onto Spart1e. This is the standard thing. You know, red's coming up. It's the next big item to come up. And they both want to challenge for it. Spart1e had better positioning. He's got better weapons. Spart1e has probably now more armor. Oh, he's always this is very smart from Spart1e. He's going to go in, making Pavel think that he took it already by going in. But he hadn't done it yet. So he's a bit of a delay there. And good damage, but just evading it through the teleporter. Oh, missing the rail, trying to hit another one. Bit of rocket damage. Great play from Spart1e there. Immense damage done to his opponent. Takes the mega, and you can see how well the red delay worked out for him. Oh my god! Oof, that spam was very, very dangerous. Very, very powerful spam from Pavel. And he actually delayed the red a little tiny bit as well. And he delayed it, so there's like a 3-second difference now between the mega and the red, which is an interesting split, interesting separation there. Spart1e trying to gain position here in the upper areas. Spots himself at Pavel, shoots him off, but they both trade 2 rails each. So let's look at Pavel's stack. He's loving it. He takes another rail though. He's screaming. Can Spart1e hit the next one? I don't know just yet, but there he is creeping on the upper level. He's going to pick himself up a yellow and go through the teleporter once more. If he gets positioned again, if he just hits one more row, he's only got one more slug in the chamber to be used. And he's going to drop straight onto the position of the red. He's a bit too early. Can he get it in mid-fight? No! It's going to be Pavel who takes it mid-fight. Spart1e uses his last rail. He hits it, but he's got to hit a rocket as well. 11 health on Pavel. Unbelievable there. He's going to pick up the 52. It is a crime for Pavel to get away with such a thing, and he does get a frag and the mega too. So not only that, he's going to stabilize. Pavel, a player who recently changed his name to Kook. Not sure what to make about that, but there he goes onto this red again. It was just taken by Spart1e. Oh, that's a great situation for Spart1e. Pavel misplaying it slightly at close ranges. This could be an opening now for Spart1e. Back to the yellow armor he goes, picking up that yellow. So that's what you would expect. Red coming up soon. Ooh, there we go. There's Spart1e waiting on it. He's going to take a great rocket to the feet of Pavel. He's going to jump across. Oh, he does the little circle jump without making the jump there to slide across, and Spart1e doesn't get the rail just yet. Oh, just exposing himself to Spart1e's 80 damage burst from his railgun. His heated uranium there is burning to be connected to Pavel's forehead as Pavel just tries to continue stacking up here, and he's still trying to make his way onto these positions to get these shots, and he does so perfectly. So Pavel buys a tiny bit of time, but he needs to buy more time because there's a perfect split between red and mega. Mega's coming up, and he doesn't like this fight that he's going to have to deal with against Spart1e. There it is. Oh, he's beautiful there. So just look at how he managed. He didn't want to take a fight. Look at how he switched his positioning around to hit both rails. How he's trying to set up a fight on the choke point. He knew there would be a fight there with a grenade. It didn't work, but you can see that level of prediction in Pavel's game. Spart1e outplayed him though, and Pavel's his plan didn't quite come together. But you can see how beautiful it was. That series of small plays to amount into what could be a frag and control. That is a thing of beauty. That is what is so lovely about Quake at the higher level. Pavel now, 4 minutes into this game, still has a 2-frag lead. A rail whisking on by there as Pavel drops for the next yellow. Takes himself a railgun too. So Pavel's still in an out of control position, trying to just evade his opponent Spart1e. There Spart1e goes once more. And Pavel has to play it, so trying to fall into the gaps effortlessly that are there in Spart1e's position so that he can keep himself alive. Oh my god! Oh, that's so unfortunate. Just a great rocket jump, but he gets caught on like a pixel of the wall. Spart1e just picks him out of the air with a railgun. Keeps a drop from Spart1e. There he is. He's got so much stacking to run into this. Beautiful rail there from Spart1e. Another drop onto the red. They're both vying for a position here in the grand finals against Sting. Matchup row. Spart1e still stacked to the teeth, waiting for that Mega to be spawning in. He's keeping position on it, but actually he can take a fight here to get a frag, and he wants to tie up this game so badly. It's what he's going to do. Ties up the game all the way over to Mega now, but Pavel's there, and Spart1e misses the rail. So this is, of course, not necessarily a huge opportunity for Pavel, but it's something. He gets something to work with at the very least, and that's so important to have at least some level of hope. And you can see that he's got a lightning gun to work with too. Tries to catch Spart1e in a choke point. You know, we talked about this earlier. When being in disadvantage, there are other ways to try and even things out, and that was one of them. Choke point plus LG. Oh, and Spart1e! Oh god, again, choke point plus LG. I'm telling you, that is good. And there you go. Pavel knows he can go for it, and that is it. He gets the kill. And he killed himself, actually, with the rocket, so we're on Pavel now. But you can see that, actually, this works out better for Spart1e. If Spart1e plays it right off the spawn, he picked up the Mega. He needs to get aggressive, though. Oh, he's screaming. Spart1e knows he's screaming. He knows how low he is. Spart1e needs to keep the pressure up. He can't allow Pavel to get more than just that yellow. It is up for the taking. Spart1e grabs it. Pavel in the top spot, waiting for his assailant to appear. Taking another bit of ammunition from that crate. Pavel is just taking things slow right now, just hiding. He knows that he's got the lead by one frag. Pavel is very confident with the lead. It's something that he can protect, something he can cradle in his arms. And that's what he's going to try to do. He's going to try to just keep it safe, look after it. And there it is, Spart1e jumping around the corner. Pavel is very content to just keep building yellows and then staying in this spot. And then every time he's just going to grab a frag or grab a guaranteed rocket as you attack him around the corner, because he knows how to place them like perfectly. And then that evens up the fight. And then he's happy to take an even fight with the weapons he has. So he needs another yellow though, and he's trying to make sure he doesn't get caught too badly out of position. And he spots an opening with the Mega, but sometimes that is a trap. And Spart1e, he kind of did make a trap with it, but is it good enough? Pavel's in a bit of a troublesome spot. He's going to get away though, and that's very, very well composed is Pavel. He holds himself very well, and beautiful play there. Catching Spart1e even more. After dealing that amount of damage, Pavel's going to feel more confident. Spart1e though, as we're on him, we can see he's got good stack. He's going to close the distance here. Spart1e's going to go for it there, trying to predict the wrong way around the pillar, and actually Pavel will get the kill. And he's still got a lot of stack left with the Mega up. Interesting that he's going to go for this red armor. Okay, no he's not. He's going to just try to deal damage and fall back onto the Mega. 2 minutes left in this one. And Pavel has been doing a wonderful job so far in keeping himself safe from Spart1e's attacks. Spart1e seems like he doesn't know too much what he can do against Pavel. It really came down to that moment where Pavel was left with 15 health and Spart1e was unable to capitalize. Another fight ensuing here though. They're both so low. Great rail there from Pavel. What a response. Keeping himself very alive. Can he get himself out of there? He does manage to do so. Spart1e not able to find anything. If Spart1e found a frag there, he would have had, the Mega would have been up. And he, oh my god. What a pixel. What a pixel shot from Pavel. Pavel the pixel precision railer. I'm trying to think of more alliteration there, but I couldn't think of any more. So 1 minute warning. There's 2 frags to separate these guys, and right now Pavel has a massive stack advantage. So it's Spart1e's gonna have to do something desperate. It's gonna be a Hail Mary coming in, last resort attack soon. But he has to find Pavel first, and we can see that Pavel's already hiding. He's just like being on these lower areas like really gives him a lot of room to move. Goes for the teleporter though. He doesn't really care about this Mega. This Mega can stay there all day for really all he cares. But actually, he does go for it. I don't understand why he did that. He didn't need to. There's no need to do it. He just needs to kill time here. And there he does get Spart1e. And Pavel's going to pick away the red as well. So Spart1e, he knows he's lost this now. And that's map number 1 in this semi-final going to Pavel. 5-1 now. Good game called by Spart1e as we have the last 10 seconds of this match. So very, very well played by Pavel indeed. Really well played by Pavel. So big props to him. So there you go, 5-1 the final score on map number 1 of this semi-final. This Sunday Cup, you're live with FACEIT TV here. And we're going to go into map number 2 between these two guys. And I do wonder, I'm just looking at the stats here on my screen, it's pretty even in control-wise, pretty even. In fact, Spart1e actually had much more armor taken. He had 15 reds to the 6 of Pavel, and actually they took even on everything else. So really big armor disparity there, but Pavel did a lot more damage, and he took the right moves. And it really was that one situation where he's left with 15 health, and Spart1e was unable to just grab him, to quite get to him. He couldn't do it. And then Pavel just took that one frag he got from that situation where he survived with 15 health, and he played it really slowly and really well, predicted Spart1e very, very well. And now we're going to move on to Cure, it seems. So this is going to be interesting, because I feel like Spart1e is not the best Cure player of the top level. He's definitely good. He's good here. But then again, I don't know what I think of Pavel's Cure game either. So this is really up in the air. If it was like Cypher Spart1e, then it'd be really obvious, because Cypher's so good there. If it was like Evil or someone like that, it'd be really, really obvious. But these two guys, I think they're probably quite close on Cure. So we'll see how this goes. As time should tell, Spart1e's just sitting there on the spawn waiting for something. I do not know what. And remember, if you have any questions of all kinds, just throw them out in the chat, and I can get the production to just feed them through my ears, into my ears, through my little earbuds, and I'll try to answer your questions to the best of my ability here. And of course, next week, if you did miss it, we will have Atomigo. He will be casting with me, which is really cool. I'm looking forward to that, because it's been a while. He's the first guy I ever casted with, ever, for the Silence Cup that was held by Memento Mori. So I'm really happy for that one. And I have a lot of other casters pending. And if you're actually someone that's interested in casting, then you can always shoot a mail to ddk@faceit.com. And if we have the dates open, or we're interested, then we can try to further vet it and talk about it, and see if we can get some newer faces involved in the Sunday Cup casts, which I think could be quite cool. So there you go. There's somewhat of an open invitation, just so we can see all the people who are interested in it, because there are a lot of people that I think would be really interesting to have on the show, but they're not necessarily comfortable with casting, or just being in the studio and stuff like that, which is fine. I think it's a pretty intimidating thing in many ways, if you've never done anything like it before as well. So that's totally cool. But if you are someone that wants to do something like that, then you can always mail us, and we'll have a look at that. So we have Pavel and Spart1e. It's the second semi-final here. We're going to Cure, and the winner will play against Sting, who beat Pony, and Cypher was defeated by Spart1e. And so that's the story of today, really. The fact that Cypher was defeated by Spart1e. That was the biggest game we've had so far, and until now, with Spart1e and Pavel. It's all about this game. It's about this map, Cure. If Pavel wins this, Spart1e's out, and Pavel's going to be in the final against Sting, Matrix's brother, which is pretty awesome. It's always cool when you have two high-level brothers in a game. I tried to get my brother to play Quake, but he never would. But there you go, we've got Spart1e here. He's going to try now and actually close the distance a little bit on his opponent, because he wants to, but he can't quite do it safely enough. So he's going to try to buy this time. Great direct rocket, beautiful there. And that's going to cue him to try to deal more damage, to try to go in harder. And he does momentarily before picking up the red armor. So there you go, Spart1e now with some railing action onto Pavel. Onto Kook. And here we have Spart1e just running the map quite easily. He can take all the armor he wants, all the armor he pleases in the world, and he's on 200. But the thing is that can he use it? Oh my god. He totally did not realize that Pavel was there, and Pavel had no idea he was there, like ships in the night almost. Spart1e will go through the teleporter, and now as he makes his way onto this mega health, we can see just the kind of stack that he's been maintaining the entire game is being still maintained. 200. He's taking absolutely everything apart from the yellows. But the thing is, we know Pavel. We know Pavel is very happy to just sit on one armor and just keep cycling that one armor over a course of minutes. If he can do it safely, he will do it. And that's often the thing. If you can do something that's going to help you win the game, then that's what you do. And that's how Pavel likes to play that kind of style. He likes to play those kinds of strategies, where he just because really what it is, it's like eventually Spart1e will realize, okay, I'm taking everything but this one item. That means Pavel's getting that one item. So maybe next cycle I should change my route, change my movement, so I hit that from another angle on like when it's about to spawn. And then Pavel has to read whether or not Spart1e's going to do it and how he's going to do it. And this is the little mix-up that Pavel chose to take by going for that green, and he wasn't aware that Spart1e was so close. It was almost could have been a fatal mistake, but Pavel does escape with his life, and a great little LG damage coming there from Pavel, but a good return to even it out from Spart1e. Let's go over to Pavel now. You can see that he's built up quite well, and a complaint that the hang had about this map was that there's too much armor, or rather that it's too easy to stack up again. Great rail there from Spart1e though, and Pavel loses the lead. Another rail coming in. More damage and more damage for Spart1e. And a second frag. Spart1e has to win this. This is match point for Pavel. And Spart1e going to take himself a red. So Pavel's style of play not super good so far against Spart1e in the first minutes. You can see that he went for a slower start as they take the engagement again. He went for a slower start where he wanted to like scoop away those farmers and play it slow and then go for a fight and stuff like that. But that kind of pace didn't work initially, and he gave up 2 frags because of it. So let's see. I mean, he can still do it again and try it again. I think that's what he should do. But let's see if he can make it work better this time. Because we can see that I think Spart1e is getting too much. Spart1e was always consistently on 200 when he was doing that. So maybe Pavel is sacrificing too much to play this style, and just because he's not pressuring at all. He's not really like every time Spart1e drops for an item like a red, he's exposed. Every time he goes for a mega, he's really exposed. Every time he goes for more or less any armor on this map, he's exposed. So those are all opportunities for Pavel to deal damage, and Pavel has been giving those opportunities up just to take items. So you have to weigh that balance very carefully. And this is a map where like going for that red is more painful than going for a red on almost any other map. Beautiful pixel rail around the corner there from Spart1e as he takes another frag, and as we approach the halfway mark, and again it's looking like, oh wow, great rockets there from Pavel, but he's so low off the spawn that he can't really continue it. And oh, why? He does drop for the yellow when Spart1e's waiting still, and he takes so much damage. Spart1e looking for this mega. And the other thing about Spart1e, when I've seen him before, it felt like his downside on this map, or his biggest weakness, was that he chose bad times to go for items that were very positionally unsafe, such as mega. That would be exploited by someone like Cypher very, very well. And here he goes for a fight. There's a lot of damage there, and is able to replenish somewhat quickly. He has to speed over to the red though. I don't know if Pavel knows when it's going to be. Oh, he does. Oh, he actually gets great rockets on Spart1e, but again, he just falls short because he's off of the spawn. He just doesn't have enough armor and health. He's going to go for the strategy where you just keep running at your opponent until he dies, but not looking like with the shotgun he's going to be able to do too much. So that's a great spot to be taking the mega, because you know it's incredibly safe. Good direct there from Pavel. There goes the red as well. Again, Pavel, it feels like he doesn't know what to do at this point against Spart1e on this map. He keeps going for fights and going for different challenges, but it's not quite going his way. So at this point in time, I'm wondering if Pavel has run out of tricks in his little bag of cure, that's labeled cure that he has. Nothing left in that bag. No more tricks to be had. So Spart1e takes another mega, and this has really been the whole story of the entire game. I don't see one moment when Spart1e was really challenged on cure by Pavel. We'll see though if that continues to be the story in the semi-final though, or whether or not Pavel can try to change something up. Spart1e's creeping around here. He's trying to hear some sounds. There it is. Pavel doesn't know he's there just yet, and there it is. This is a fight on Spart1e's terms, and great damage dealt. Let's go over to Pavel. Let's switch over to Pavel, see if he can do something from his pop. Goes for the Mega. The problem is that the Mega is exactly what it appears to be. Horribly exposed. Takes a lot of damage for it, but he does take it away from Spart1e, I guess is one argument, but now he's in the red with nothing, and he will die again, so 7-0. Pavel's not much he can do here. And there it is. Pavel once again. Spamming the LG. Actually, he's catching Spart1e a little bit too badly. But again, it's just not going to amount to much. 9-0. Spart1e's got this, surely. There we go, more rails coming in, and Pavel's just running at him now. And yeah, there it is. He's going to forfeit the rest. Last 2 minutes forfeited. So we're going to go on to the third map. It's match point for both players. Spart1e kind of easily beat Pavel. You can see his game plan initially, what it looked like. It was kind of like, okay, I'm going to go and just go to this yellow, go to these greens, just take those, completely ignore Spart1e, allow him to take every red, every mega. And there was very little challenging there by Pavel. It felt like Pavel maybe hasn't played enough Cure games to really understand how to exploit it. Maybe you should watch some Cypher games, because Cypher's very good at that. I mean, I think Spart1e said, you know, and he said to Cypher, you're the best player I've played on Cure. I actually think that he's the best Cure player in Europe, at least. So, or in this region of Europe and Russia and so on. So I don't know. It's a very hard one to say, but I feel like definitely Pavel was a bit too passive. But we'll see. He has now Sinister to look forward to, but the problem with this is that all day Spart1e's been showing that Sinister is this like little trick, this little card he has up his sleeve, this wild card that he throws in, and it's like insta-GG. So Spart1e, can he keep up his impressive reign of terror that he has been pushing upon his opponents on Sinister? There it is. Wow, the pickup of the Mega going towards Pavel there, as Spart1e does back off, trying to just sit with the railgun and try to connect from long distance. He doesn't manage to do it though, but I mean, one thing you can be comfortable with is the fact that he has so much armor. He's going to try to take some more though, but there is pressure coming in from Pavel, but Pavel's going to be careful. He's exposing himself. What is he doing? Too much damage risked there by Pavel. It's not efficient at all to do that. I mean, he's shooting rockets long range against someone holding a railgun. I mean, let's do the math here. And Spart1e just perched above that mega health. He's going to be able to pick that one up and make his way back through the corridor. I mean, this is such a nice corridor. You got the jump pad, you get a yellow, and you're in position for red. It's super nice. Or you have this option of going through the teleporter towards red. Very, very nice options there for the player in control. Pavel and Spart1e vying for that grand final spot against Sting. Both of them probably feel like, to be honest, Sting is the massive underdog in the grand final. So both of these guys are really, 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 really desperately wanting to get to that final. And of course they will be anyway, but they're going to feel so good about it when they sit down in a server against Sting. They're going to feel so good about that. Not taking anything away from Sting, but he is the underdog here. Oh no, Spart1e catching Pavel. Pavel luckily able to hit the right rocket to boost Spart1e away, so Spart1e cannot stand and just gun him down ruthlessly, because he would be almost helpless in that position otherwise. Waiting for that mega, there it is. And now he's got to rush over to the red. Where is Pavel? Is up to his usual tricks of passiveness here, and it could be the death of him. You can see again Spart1e reaching 200-200. Who else did he play against today where he was consistently reaching 200-200 that we saw on stream? I don't think anyone. Let's see if Pavel can do something though, and definitely trying his best, trying his darndest to do something, but not much is going his way just yet, and we'll see if it continues to be that case, because right now Spart1e still 200-200, continuing to stack up like a crazy person, and right here, there it is. Going to find Pavel again with the LG, with the rockets. Things going his way still. It finds Pavel in the back there. It just, oh god, it's so painful to see that. Pavel completely caught there. And that's going to be another, well, the first frag for Spart1e. It's going to be the lead after 3 minutes of Spart1e just running around with phenomenal control. And what is his opponent going to do now in this position? I just don't know how Pavel can try to turn this around before. Oh, beautiful rail there as well. Like a little bit of a drive-by there almost. And I mean, I saw previously what Cypher was able to do against Spart1e, but Cypher had to make such a, I mean, I can recount the play for you guys. Cypher made a play where Spart1e had just taken Mega, went up the jump pad towards the yellow, and Cypher was waiting with the rail at the end of the yellow corridor towards that red. Hit one rail as Spart1e was coming onto the red armor area as red was spawning. Then he took cover on a nearby corner, and then Spart1e was forced, if he wanted to get the red, to either jump for it or to fight there. He chose to just jump for it, and then Cypher had the LG, and he was able to LG in midair to push him away, and then onto the stairs into a bad position, then hit a rail. So he forced Spart1e into a horrible spot, and that was how he got back in. Really, really hard to do that. And Pavel hit some great rockets there. Spart1e not so solid, and now he's in a lot of trouble. Can Pavel capitalize now, or will Spart1e be able to survive this? Spart1e can get away clean from this. It's going to be so good. He's going to go for the fight there. He knows he's so low, and that's it. Superior tactical play, and that's going to be the frag there for Spart1e. 5-0 now, approaching the halfway mark. And Pavel's going to go in. Goes in hard. 12 health left for Spart1e as he has to retreat, dropping down for some health. But definitely going to have to keep retreating now because things aren't looking hot at all for Spart1e. Not at all, not one bit. Not one bit. And Spart1e looking for rails, gets one. But he needs really much more than that. He really needs a kill on Pavel very soon to stop that 200-200 being built up. Good damage there. Oh, it gets the return though, but still, even though he died there, he's keeping Pavel a little bit low. See, Pavel's like not very strong at all. He's going to be able to get this red most likely, but if the pressure keeps up from Spart1e, he's going to stop Pavel from having 200-200. 200-200 means that you get crazy options, aggressively speaking, and your opponent gets no options mid or rather at kind of the more committed or closer ranges. So that's really something that Spart1e wants to keep doing. He wants to keep that pressure on, make sure that Pavel doesn't build up to the kind of aggressive stacks where he can be at 200-200, and that way he can keep his lead much longer. It's a bit riskier, but with good aim you can pull it off. It is very, very viable. And Spart1e's going to go for the defense of this red armor. Can he do it? He does hit like twice. So Pavel now, he's just constantly in a horrible position, and the pressure is on still from Spart1e. It's like Pavel has control, but it feels like the pace is dictated by Spart1e. There goes Spart1e straight in for the kill there. Great moves from the Swede, and that is the frag there. And this is match point for both players. And Spart1e once again is showing exactly why today he's just been so dominant on every single Sinister match he's played. If Cypher is the best player at Cure, well, it looks like Spart1e is shaping up to be the best Sinister player that we've seen so far, at least on the stream. That is looking really impressive from Spart1e. So, trying a bit of a crazy jukes and drives or interceptions with the rocket launcher there. Spart1e unable to catch Pavel just yet, but still, this is an exposed position, and Spart1e's going to just easily discard Pavel. And Pavel's going to pause the match and say ping. There is not much time left, 3.5 minutes. I'm going to just quickly press tab, and you can see that he is spiking quite a bit. And that's really, really unfortunate for Pavel. Spart1e definitely, you can say that if he does manage to win this, despite any kind of ping problems, Spart1e definitely earned this victory. He beat Cypher after all. He's played very well against Pavel. So Spart1e definitely shaping up to be someone to watch out for on Cure. Interestingly though, Cure does remind me a little tiny bit of Campgrounds in some senses, and that used to be a map where it was kind of like Spart1e's stomping grounds. Some of the time was Campgrounds, and so we're just waiting here for Pavel's ping to maybe stabilize a little bit, but it's going a bit crazy. And remember, the winner of this game does play against Sting in the finals. if you just joined us, you're probably like, what happened? Well, Sting defeated Pony. Sting defeated, who else was it? I know he didn't defeat Matrox, but I think Backstein was the one who was defeating Matrox. But Sting, great run in this tournament. And probably his first semi-finals ever. Probably his first finals. It is his first finals ever, so that's really impressive, especially considering the field of players we had today. And generally, things aren't looking too good for Pavel right now. We can see he is still spiking. It's going down a bit now, though. It's going down a little bit, but still, if you just look at his in-game situation, Spart1e, not only has he had more control, he's out-damaging him, he's out-hitting him. He has, let's see, 2.5 minutes left to get 6 frags against Spart1e, who, look at his stack, 150, 190. That's going to be very difficult. Of course, it's possible. It's entirely possible, but it's going to be very difficult for him to do. And so far, we haven't seen any updates. It's just getting, the ping is just still jumping. I'm not sure if he's trying to do something to try and fix it, but I don't know. Sometimes you just can't fix it. Sometimes the internet is just like, you are going to lag now. Maybe he's getting DDoSed or something. I don't know if Pavel has any enemies that would like to DOS him. But Spart1e asking if he can fix it. Yeah. So I hope you guys have been enjoying today's action so far. Of course, we still have the grand finals to play. Remember, if you are enjoying things here, you can follow us with the follow button. Follow our Twitch channel so you get notified every time we go live with any of our productions here from our FACEIT TV channel on Twitch. Also, of course, you can just head over to the platform and just play some games, especially if you are a CSGO player, but actually, you're getting into the game. There we go. And 2.5, okay, so recapping, 2.5 minutes for Pavel to make a crazy comeback. Can he do it? That's the question. Okay, Pavel. Right now, let's have a look at his position. He has not very much at all. He's going to be able to steal away a Mega, which is quite cheeky. And let's see if he can do it. There he goes, chasing. Great rail there, beautiful there. Almost one of those rails where you close your eyes, you see it in your mind's eye. And Pavel's going to have to try to defend against these rockets. Okay, Spart1e's going to back off, giving Pavel some breathing space. And Pavel now going to move his way back towards this red area as it's going to be spawning soon. And there's so many areas that Spart1e can be annoying from. There it is, there's the first one. The test of the defense was put to Pavel. He passed it with flying colors, connecting a rail onto Spart1e there. And now we have him moving back towards the red. Spart1e there, trying to be annoying himself. And there is the committed fight. Spart1e stands, he fights, but he will not hold. Great rail there from Pavel as he just absolutely obliterates Spart1e in an explosion of sparks. And there is now a chance for the Russian, but it's still a slim one. It's 5 frags. He's got his opponent there at the red armor. Can he pull up the rail? Not from that angle. The red taken by Spart1e. Pavel still, things are not easy for him. Oh, he's going to catch Spart1e jumping towards that green, yellow armor, but actually Spart1e still gets the better engagement, and that's going to be the frag. You're going to really, really look badly upon the chances of Pavel now in the semi-final to see him bringing it back in this situation. Spart1e, 78 points of armor, looking at more damage, trying to find himself Pavel, but I mean, he doesn't really have to find Pavel. Pavel has to come to him, just as he is now. Amazing railing from Spart1e to just completely deny Pavel's attack. Pavel has to just settle with this Mega Health. He's going to rocket jump up. Great rockets onto Spart1e. How the hell did he manage to make that happen? Rocket jump up with 3 directs in a row. Insane from Pavel, bringing himself into this game with the slightest, the slimmest, the thinnest of chances. Pavel going to cycle back around towards the Mega area. There is the yellow. And Spart1e, he's got to connect though. He just cannot miss anything. And he is missing everything. He's got to go through now. Mega coming up. And he has to go for the chase. He's going to find Spart1e. Spart1e dropping down. He's just hiding behind the pillars. Great rail from Spart1e, denying Pavel once more. And it looks like with 30 seconds left, Pavel just can't close the distance to his Swedish opponent, and I guess that's going to be it. Good rail connected there, but still much more to be desired for Pavel in these closing moments. That's going to be a good game for Pavel, as Spart1e in the third map on Sinister is going to be able to take this away from Pavel. In the last 10 seconds, they have a fun little rail duel. But Pavel will be the one to face off against Sting in the grand finals here of the third Sunday Cup of the fall season. So congratulations for Spart1e to making it this far, but he's definitely going to be the favorite going up against. Could have expected Sting. I don't know. I'm repeating myself, I know, but definitely a great result from Sting. But still, can he hold against Spart1e? It's going to be very tough for him. Spart1e's been on very decent form today. I wouldn't say he's in any kind of scary form, but he looks solid. He looks very, very unshakable. So Spart1e versus Sting. That's going to be our grand final, and we're going to go to that straight after this break. So we'll see you guys very, very soon for the last remaining match of today. Here we are live on FACEIT TV. We'll be right back after this. I'm DDK. We'll see you soon.